I need to start listening to this liberal media and start correcting these idiots because this isn't right. They're not telling you the truth. They're not telling the American people the truth. And that's what we need is the truth. That's why we elected Trump. Because yes, he's abrasive, but he's telling us the truth.
This is a list of many of the places the Trump administration has conducted raids to round up immigrants and arrest them and deport them. New York.
Did you hear what she just said? This is what pisses me off. This is what pisses me off. Let me play that again and see if you guys heard what I heard.
This is a list of many of the places the Trump administration has conducted raids to round up immigrants and arrest
Illegal immigrants. People that broke the law. If you come into this country, you broke the law. Illegal immigrants. Trump is not rounding up everybody that's an immigrant. That's basically the entire country. We are all immigrants. This moron on MSNBC, who's probably going to be going out of business soon, can't even specify the exact truth. Illegal, because it doesn't fit their narrative. They're trying to twist it. See, that's what pisses me off. That's what pisses me off.
them and deport them.
I need to start listening to this liberal media and start correcting these idiots because this isn't right. They're not telling you the truth. They're not telling the American people the truth. And that's what we need is the truth. That's why we elected Trump. Because yes, he's abrasive, but he's telling us the truth. He has nothing to hide. He has no reason to. A lot of these snakes do. They're all corrupt.
New York, Chicago, LA, Seattle, Philadelphia, Denver, Atlanta. At least thus far, the administration seems to be holding these raids predominantly, if not exclusively, in blue cities, in urban areas and parts of the country where more Democrats live than Republicans.
Why is that? Why do you think that is? Maybe because a lot of the blue cities are sanctuary cities, aka defund the police, aka let's not provide any type of law enforcement of any capacity to our communities and let the crime go up. Let people get murdered, spend a night in jail and bust out of jail, flip the camera off to the American people. That's what the blue cities do. I came from a blue city in California and they didn't do a damn thing for crime. The only time an officer or police officer would respond is if there was a dead body involved. That is the only reason. If it's anything else, police aren't showing up. Police aren't showing up. These are the blue cities. This is why they're being targeted first. Makes sense. That's where you have the highest crime. The objective is to get rid of the criminals. You have to find out where the criminals are. Okay, maybe let's look at the statistics of the country where it shows where the crime is up. It just so happens it's to be all the blue cities that are run by Democrats. Start there. Airheads, man.
For immigrant communities all over the country, the raids are thus far having what is presumably the intended terrorizing effect, making people start to think about whether it's safe to go to the grocery store, whether it's safe for their kids to go to school, about what they are going to do specifically if somebody knocks on their door. Our own Alex Wagner has been attending the Know Your Rights trainings that have been happening in Elizabeth, New Jersey, where immigrant communities have been learning and practicing what to do if, for example, ICE were to show up at your door one day. It's practical advice, it's step-by-step instructions about how to handle living in this moment of terrorizing uncertainty and fear.
This person is an airhead. Rachel Maddow, what an airhead. I can't stand this lady. To blame Trump and this new administration to come clean up the mess that the Biden administration failed to do. Why don't these people question that administration? Why didn't they question them? Instead, they let things happen, saying that these are the type of people that said, "Oh yeah, we're living in fairy tale land, and you know, bunnies are everywhere, rainbows, we love everything, everything's fine, everything's good, when in reality things are not good, and it's gone to the point where innocent people are getting raped and murdered, and this still doesn't comprehend their minds that there needs to be a change to clean this country up. It's aggravating hearing these morons backpedal on issues that need to be corrected.
Do you think about ICE coming to knock on your front door?
Sí.
And do you think in that moment you'll know what to do?
Ahora mismo estoy completamente segura de lo que se puede hacer y lo que no se debe hacer. Sí me da susto porque mi hijo pequeño corre a abrir la puerta sin mirar.
I think it's gone to a point where, you know, that's why there's countries on this planet. There's countries. Each country has its own culture, and we've lost the American culture. We've allowed corrupt people to be in office to change our culture into one that is turning into a culture of a third world country. And that is not what I am trying to live in. I've been deployed to a third world country. I know what it's like over there. That's why I appreciate this country and what it is and what it stood for and why it needs to be cleaned up. If you're going to be in this country, even if you come illegally, your intention should have been the entire 10, 15, 20, 30 years you've been here to become a U.S. citizen if you truly believe that this is the country for you. If you're running away from something and you want to come here, you're too weak to fight your own government, you come here, then at least become a U.S. citizen. If you're going to work here, be a true American, pay your taxes, contribute to society, become a U.S. citizen. All of a sudden, now the sheriff's in town and we need to enforce our laws again. Now all of a sudden, everybody's freaking out. Everybody's freaking out, and I knew this was going to happen. Necessary steps had to be taken, and it's going to be aggressive. There's a lot of things I'm probably not even going to agree with, but it has to be necessarily done to make this country back to normalcy. I'm not for growing our homeless problem, growing our grocery prices and inflation just going crazy. I'm not for crime going up. I'm not for criminals getting away with stuff. I'm not for that. The Democratic Party is clearly for that, allowing this to happen. And all they can say is it's Trump's fault. Y'all morons. Y'all are morons.